Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's Tip of the Week episode of This Organized Life. I'm your host, Lori Palau, and I'm so happy that you're here. We are kicking off February for listening to this in real time. It is cold and snowy here in the Northeast. And I hope wherever you are warm, either in warm weather or just keeping warm. Before we get into today's episode, we've got a lot of new listeners. Just, the start of the new year often brings out a lot of listeners or people that, are on a mission to get organized. And so I just want to take a minute before we get into today's tip to just let everybody know a little bit about what I do and who I am. So if you're here and looking for some help, how we can possibly help you. So I run a company called Simply Be Organized, where we teach, coach, and encourage you within your organizing journey. We do that several different ways. We've got some webinars that live events that we offer. I also work one-on-one with a few clients, but we have a network of professional organizers who are in our professional organizing network, and they're called our SBO partners. And each one of these partners owns and operates their own independent company. And they've either been trained by us or mentored by us and basically vetted by us so that we feel confident in referring them to you. So if you are somebody, wherever you are, wherever you live, you are looking for some professional help to help you in your decluttering or organizing journey, or maybe you're preparing for a move, or maybe you just moved, or maybe your parents are downsizing, or whatever the situation is, and you need some expert help and guidance, we are here. We have a network of people that are interested and available and willing to help you. So you can find all of our things at our website, which is simply the letter B like boy organized.com. And I started this podcast, 8 years ago, as a free resource to help people out there feel less alone in their decluttering journeys. I know for me, I like distraction, even as somebody who doesn't really get overwhelmed with clutter. It's boring sometimes. Let's be honest. And when you are sitting there and doing the mundane, which is so much of what organizing is just that discipline and routine and mundane things, sometimes it's nice to just have a familiar friend or a familiar voice alongside you. And it just makes it go a little quicker, be a little bit more palatable, and just helps you to enjoy the process. And so that's what we're here for. So however we can support you, that's what we want to do. And if you are a professional organizer and you're here and you found us and you are interested in learning about our SBO partner program, please reach out to us. We've got a bunch of different ways that we can support you in your organizing business and your journey to help other people, because I think there's no reason that anybody should deal with the shame and overwhelm and anxiety that comes from disorganization. So that's my little soapbox. And every Monday, we like to bring you guys quick little tips, right? Just easy 1, 2, 3 takeaways that you can do to jumpstart your week. And so this week, I wanted to talk about something that we're doing in our own home, and that is just creating a file folder. And you can do either a physical file folder or a digital file folder. I actually do both, to be honest, for all of your incoming tax documents. So now, if by the beginning of February, you should have all of your W-2s or 1099s that you've accumulated from 2024. They should have been sent to you either in the mail or through email, or if like your bank sometimes put it in your bank portal, whatever it is. And you should be having all of those different all that paperwork that is needed for when you go to file your taxes. And it probably trickled in throughout the month of January. And some of you may already have this, but if you haven't done anything to kind of corral all that stuff in one spot, here is your encouragement to do it. So like I said, every year we just have a tax folder. It's just a manila folder, and I just put tax info. And as it comes in the mail or I get an email, I just either print it out and put it, or I also have like a folder on my email or in Dropbox. You could do it however you want, where you just put all of your documents there. So, like, depending on what your preferred method is, if you're printing it out and doing hard copies, if you're scanning it, whatever it is. But the point is, you want to have one file where all of your papers are. So, whether you're paying your own taxes next month or you are having a tax professional prepare your taxes for you, you have all of your information in one spot. And so, again, if you have, sometimes I know a tax professional will give you like a tax planning checklist. That's a great time to go through it and make sure that you've gotten all of those, all the papers that you need, so that when you are ready to start to get all your tax info together to file your taxes before April 15th, you have everything in one spot. Um, I do that. I had started a tax folder for each of the girls, because they now pay their own taxes. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's really, again, I want to, I don't, it's not that more complicated than that. I want it to be simple. And that, my friends, is your tip today. So if you haven't already, create your tax planning folder for your 2024 taxes and just start corralling all your stuff. And you can keep that folder in your command center, wherever that is for you, where you, when the mail comes in, you have all your stuff in one spot. Or if you want to, once you have everything, put it in your office or just somewhere that you know that's going to be easy for you to find it when you need it. So that's it for today's episode. So if you know somebody that could benefit from this, which I'm sure there is somebody, please share this episode with them. And if you're new to our show, just click that follow button wherever you're listening or watching. And that way you won't miss any episodes as they come through. We have our tip of the week episodes that come in every Monday and our longer episodes that come on Thursdays. So thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lori Palau, and I'll see you next week for another episode of This Organized Life.